First, around the golf. Second, low back pain. What should you do about it? Let me start by telling you what not to do. First, don't spend the next 5 hours on the couch moving as little as possible. That won't work. Second, don't go stretch the living heck out of it hoping it feels better. Doesn't work either. Third, relax and don't freak out. Most acute low back pain is going to last a few days, a few hours, and it'll be gone before you know it. So I'm going to walk you through a series of exercises I do to get it to loosen up quicker. So first, I'm going to make my way down to my back. And if you're really stiff, this is where I want you to start. Bend your knees, take some of the stress out of your back. I like to place my hands underneath my low back, and all I'm going to do is press my back into my hands and then relax. Press my low back into my hands and relax. I'm going to go back and forth like that, starting with some gentle movement just to get the area moving again. Now, it might be a little uncomfortable. That doesn't mean you have to stop. Obviously, if you have any sharp pains or anything like that, you might want to look into an alternative movement. But just being a little stiff and sore, that's perfectly fine. And after a few of those back and forth, I'm going to go ahead and bring my knees together and just to start to rock my knees back and forth. How far you go is up to you, and farther is not necessarily better. What I like to do is move until I feel a slight little stretch in my low back, and then I change direction, go the other way. I don't want anything that's so painful that I have to grip my teeth or stop breathing. I just want to introduce some simple, easy, either no pain or low pain movements through the low back. You might go a little bit farther in one direction than the other. That's perfectly fine. Remember, you just took a back swing in one direction, down swing in the other. If you're irritated on just one of those movements, one of these ways is probably going to feel better. Next, I'm going to start lifting my knees up, and it might just be these little simple lifts first. And what we hope is that it helps your low back loosen up, and eventually we can grab our knees and pull it a little bit farther. Just like that. So these are kind of the series of exercises I do, especially if I've got another round of golf tomorrow, or I'm in the middle of a golf trip with my buddies. I don't want to stop playing. I just need to get my body right so I can start hitting again. Again, make sure you control your breath, nice and steady. Pulling that knee up just to feel a little bit of stretch in the low back. And hopefully you're starting to feel those muscles relax a little bit. All right, one more on this left side here. And next I'm going to roll all the way onto my side. I'm going to go into a book opener position. So I'm going to lay here. I like to put my head on top of my arm. Other arm here. And then I'm just going to roll open. I'm going to try and keep my knees toward the ground. You can even put a hand there if you want. Take a big deep breath. And roll forward. I'm just going to do this a few times. Again, nice gentle movement. Control your breathing. Your back is going to loosen up, I promise you. It might take a time or two through the video. You might have to do it a few times later today, but it's definitely going to be laying on the couch and not moving for the next 5 or 6 hours. And one more. And back. Now, if I were you, what I would do is just roll on to my other side. So you can see me. I'm going to flip the other way. But again, if your low back's bothering you a whole lot, that might not be the answer for you. In that same position, roll open, chest to the ceiling, reach the shoulder blade for the ground, and back. Again, it doesn't have to be complicated. Any simple movement through the low back is going to help you get back to moving and swinging your golf club sooner. And again, you're not supposed to find that stretch point and just push and push and push. If you do that, you're going to aggravate things even more. Might lock it up and really be unable to move. We just introduce some gentle movement get some blood flow to the area, tell our brain it's not a problem to keep moving. All right, and we're going to go into our stomachs. I'll put my hands on the side here, and I'm just going to push gentle movement up, lift my chest off the ground, and back down. Again, we're not trying to go as far as you can here. We're also not trying to squeeze and grip through our low back. We're going to use our arms to press. And as you might be able to tell from my attire, I just got finished with a cold round of golf. So my back's a little bit tighter than usual. So this is really going a long way to helping me loosen up. Let's do 3 more. And make sure you're not holding your breath. Shouldn't be gripping your teeth. Nice and relaxed. Okay, we're going to make our way under hands and knees. We're going to move through a cat-cow pose. So we're going to drop the low back down, arch the back, press the other direction and round it. Just like some of those earlier movements, one direction might be more comfortable than the other. So you don't have to go to the extreme ranges of motion here. This is not like a typical session where we might be trying to maximize mobility. Instead, we're just trying to get the low back comfortable moving again and see if we can get those muscles to let go a little bit. Again, nice steady breathing. We'll do 2 more. There's 1 and 2. Make my way on to my butt. 1 leg out, other leg cross over. I'm going to use this arm, pull myself around, and just maintain a nice gentle stretch. And take a few deep breaths in this position. At this point, you should be feeling a little bit of a stretch in your lower back. If it's too much to put your knee here, you can just grip with your hand and don't turn as far. Again, we want to find that mix between a nice gentle stretch and something that's not enough to feel any stretch or too much and you're starting to create even more irritation. Go ahead and switch the other side. Again, you can use your hand on your knee, or if you want to go further, you can put your knee on your elbow. That's just going to depend how much mobility you have. Take 2 deep breaths here. And 1 more. All right, so if you were able to make it through that, then you accomplished your goal. Over the next few hours, your low back's going to want to tighten up on you even more, so you should stay with this. I'd probably run through this video again, maybe every hour or 2. Depends how important whatever you have going on the next day is. But I promise you, more movement will do you better than being laid up on the couch or getting overly aggressive. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Please like and subscribe to this video, and I know you guys want more, and I'll keep churning them out. Thanks, guys.